you sit down? Oh, yeah. You can sit down.
Yeah?
Hello, everyone. We're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Protege.
Nope, that's Win. And today we are back with another episode of the Big Feature Film Podcast. And today we're doing The Protege, starring Maggie G, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Keaton. That's it. Pretty much all the people that matter.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, those are the highest paid ones, at least.
Yeah. And before we get started, make sure you subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Comment down below some like movie recommendations, something like that.
Preferably good ones. And maybe, bad ones.
I've been on my like messed up movie trip, so if you got any messed up movies, like my sister sent me this TikTok that was like a bunch of ones talking about like Serbian films over recommended, and it's just like pure shock value. Here's some actually good like messed up movies, and I'd seen them all, and I was like, well, Protege. But Samuel L. Jackson is like a hitman, and he finds a young girl in Vietnam and kind of takes her under his wing because she was like a badass and killed a bunch of awful people. And it kind of goes from there, and eventually some shit goes down, and Maggie Q's character tries to solve it, and she's the protege. Did they do that? They didn't say the name. They didn't say.
No, they didn't.
We couldn't do this.
Yeah.
What did I watch?
They did it in Reminiscence.
Yeah, I was like, what'd you think about this movie?
It was surprisingly all right. It's like how I felt about Reminiscence.
Yeah, I think we were both kind of surprised by the two big movies this week. We still haven't seen Night House, which was I guess the other big thing, but and Paw Patrol. Don't forget about that.
I'm never watching that. I'm sorry.
I'll probably watch it before I finish a net.
There you go. That's fair enough. That's a palate cleanser if you watch Paw Patrol.
For sure.
Watching a net and then
like
watching something more sadder than that. Yeah,
I forgot what I watched the other night. Well, I watched that one movie, Funny Games, I was just telling you about, and then I was like, man, I need to watch something funny, and I'm in the middle of it. It's called High Fidelity. Highly recommend it. It's on HBO Max. It's I don't know if you'd like it. It's just a rom-com though, and it's cool.
Oh, I love rom-coms.
It's got Jack Black, John Cusack. It's pretty good. Yes, I was surprised by this as well. It was very it's directed by the same guy who did Casino Royale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Martin Campbell, right?
Yeah, Martin Campbell.
Yep. Written by Richard. What does that say? Wink.
Richard Wink.
He wrote for The Equalizer, Expendables, Mechanic. So he's very versed in this genre. I think our expectations going into this was kind of like, it's like a female John Wick.
It's just gonna be,
And it even says in the trailers, like it just popped up there, that from the studio that brought you John Wick. And I think we didn't know what to expect. Was it gonna be a John Wick movie? Was it gonna be kind of like, I don't know, stylized, even like kind of like an Atomic Blonde type.
Or like a Gunpowder Milkshake.
Yeah, we didn't know like what it was gonna be. So
we've had like two movies where it's like female led, and it's mostly about like feminism or whatever and all that shit. But then
this was
just straight up just like a female led movie that just kicks ass.
Yeah,
honestly, that's way better than someone telling you that females are great.
Did you like Atomic Blonde?
God, no.
No, you didn't? I love that movie.
No, I hated that movie.
I need to rewatch it, but because it's been a while. But
I couldn't stand how stupidly fast paced it was and how pointless it was.
That's fair. I will say this one, Protege, was very fast paced. It sometimes felt like they just left a lot out almost. Yeah. Like something got left. Like they wanted to cut it down, and so they made it shorter. But it felt like kind of just a female James Bond, which kind of works to, I guess, the director's power of, like, he did Casino Royale, which is probably one of the favorites for Daniel Craig's.
That is actually, I think, isn't that his first?
I think that was the first one. Or no, Quantum of Solace was.
Was it?
I think so.
Hold on, he directed GoldenEye.
Oh, yeah, he's done a couple Bond movies.
Mask of Zorro.
So, like, both these, the writer and the director are kind of well-versed in it, so...
he did The Foreigner with Jackie Chan.
Oh, yeah.
That explains it, because I was wondering if, like, a lot of the fighting sequences were Jackie Chan-ish.
Well, yeah.
Something you'd find in Jackie Chan
I think,
movies.
it even felt kind of like that Chinese style
Yeah.
but I mean Americanized, I guess, a little bit, but it felt like one of those movies where it's like a bunch of stuntmen make it. Like there's a few movies out there. I can't think of one off the top
The
of my
one
head.
with Chris Hemsworth.
Yes, Extraction, because
Yeah.
it didn't like a stuntman direct that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like movies like
stuntman.
that where it's like a lot of stuntmen like make, write, and do the movie, but this had like your bigger names like Sam Jackson and Michael Keaton to kind of sell it more. But otherwise, like she was pretty badass.
She was. She wasn't
there's
well written. She wasn't.
no
That's
that well that's the thing about like I felt like stuff got left out.
Yeah.
She like something wasn't there, I guess, of her character at least. So it's like, well, what's your motivation? And like they do flashbacks, but it didn't really give me anything.
No, they just kind of show like, oh, this is her past, and that's all you should care about. And honestly, if we're gonna give that to John Wick, we should give it to this movie too. So
Yeah.
I'm not really concerned about it. It's a badass movie.
Yeah, there's some cool stunts too. Like I still want to know if that was an actual stunt who did the car over. There's no way. When she's walking out the building,
that was probably real.
It's just like it went so high because
did.
she gets like table topped by a car, so she gets hit and then she goes high and almost flips onto another car.
Oh, that had to be real.
But I'd love to rewatch the scene. But
Speaking of stunts, I love that Michael Keaton was basically Batman in this movie.
Yeah, we both kind of said that too. Is like it's kind of cool to see Michael Keaton being kind of a badass. He's been in a few movies, like I guess The Founder, or he's kind of like the desk guy or something.
He was in he was in
think of
Far From Home.
Oh yeah, well that's
what is that? Homecoming?
Yes,
Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, I'd count that.
Sure. He was in a suit.
Yeah, but you know, it's
I don't know.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
He's a bird guy.
Birdman.
Birdman. Yeah, that's one.
But yeah, it was definitely cool to see him do like this was more stunt heavy, even though there was a couple shots we could definitely tell that like, oh, that's a stunt man.
Yeah.
And it was like a giveaway because it was like his hair color and even like the hair length. There was like one shot like in the
hair just looks so clean.
I was like
compared to Michael Keaton.
Yeah, it's like, and they cut it and but it's not that big a deal.
No, but the big seller for this movie is probably the stunts, the violence. She gets hit a bunch of times. She gets shot a bunch of times. And they didn't hold back on her getting like pummeled or get like waterboarded, or what is that called?
Yeah, waterboard.
Yeah. They didn't hold back on that at all. They didn't treat her character as like this delicate woman. They were like, she's a fucking threat. We should stop.
Yeah. So I think some pros for this movie are definitely like it fits with the genre that they were definitely going
John
for.
Wick genre that's now kind of elevated.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think what you would call it, because it's not neo-noir where it's like the detective, like it's like Seven or something.
It's an action movie.
I'm trying to think of a name for it. I guess
John Wick action movie.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a genre now thanks to those stunt guys who did the movie.
But like a cool name for it, like neo-noir. Like
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Action noir.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's good though. Like the stunts for sure are a huge pro. It was cool to see the big names like Sam Jackson and
Sam Jackson did nothing in this movie.
Oh, nothing. Absolutely nothing. But also, this is like the first movie I'm like, okay, he actually looks his age.
He does.
Because he's like 70 something. I'm gonna say like 73 maybe.
Didn't make him look young or anything like that.
Yeah, I was like, he actually looks his age. I mean, he's a young looking 70-year-old. So I mean,
Sam Jackson was basically just like, I don't know. He was kind of cringy at times, though.
Yes.
Now that I think about it, because there was like, I think there was a scene where we see him for the first time. He was kind of like, no, it was the second time we see him, where he was kind of like, your pipes are clean or whatever. That was really cringe.
Or he's playing with the drone and he's like, oh, technology's so cool. Oh, yeah. It's like, they just let him write his own lines.
They did. Yeah, I almost I wanted to yell and like, not yell, but I wanted to tell you in the theater like, oh, that drone's gonna be important soon. I can bet on that.
Yeah,
but it was
just a simple plot point. And spoiler for the movie, I think we both thought that was dumb that they brought him back.
They did.
So in the trailer, it's advertised that his character Moody just dies, and that's why she kind of goes on this
rampage.
This path. But then he's just alive. Like when she needs it, he's alive. I'm like, well, you could have done that. Could have left him dead, and like could have done that a different way. But besides that, it's fine.
No, Sam Jackson always comes back to life.
Yeah.
I mean, look at him in Winter Soldier. He did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where he's like pretend dead, and then also like. Yeah, I guess that sort of made sense where he shot the guy in the face.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time I'll give that one a pass.
Well, it's like they actually like explained it. It's like, oh, like he didn't just like, I don't know, fake it. He actually destroyed that guy's face to like kind of hide it. But it's also like he had a chance that the guy coming in was also black.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure we also saw that guy in that hitman's place. He was the one eating the pizza. He gets shot in the face in the eye through that looking hole. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the same dude.
Maybe.
They just reused the same guy. Maybe it's a twin. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's that dude too. I've seen him before.
Which one?
I don't remember. The hitman. Is that him? Ray Ferran or something? He was like the guy that killed Vol.
Yes. I've seen him as well.
Yeah, while we're talking about bad guys, the villain or the antagonist in this movie is kind of ass.
Well, it's like, so I think the antagonist is something Hayes, like Edward Hayes or something. Yeah. It's like this whole twist of like, oh, he's alive, he's not, he's a benefactor, whatever. I think that should have been Michael Keaton, and like, I don't know, get some stuntman or something to be like Michael Keaton's character, and then like have Michael Keaton. But I guess it was also, it's kind of hypocritical because like I did like seeing Michael Keaton being like a badass or whatever. So,
but no, the bad guy was still
just awful.
It was just, it was weak. It didn't really hold up. I do like the fact that they explained at the very end where it was like, I just wanted to tell the kid, sorry for killing your dad. Spoiler, sorry.
When? I was going to watch this movie.
Oh, well, you can suck it. This movie's premise is simple enough to where it's like, it's not lame or anything. It's simple enough to where it's easily explainable, and it's not convoluted where it's like, oh, there's a gang member and this gang member killed his gang member, so we got to go get that gang member. So we got to go kill that other gang member because he knows where the other gang member are. So this was definitely a fun experience. There's a lot of older people in this crowd though. It's crazy. The past few movies that we've been into, it's just been older crowds.
No. I mean,
except
I don't
for
know.
That one Asian dude that was right next to us.
I don't think this or Respect kind of sell to, I guess, our age group.
I guess not.
I mean, unless like you love movies like we do, but otherwise, I don't see this as a John Wick. It's similar, but I don't know. Like Keanu's like the selling point for like, oh, like the male, the testosterone to come in and come see the movie. Well, I mean, I guess female lead and like that can get it.
I could definitely see her being in the John Wick universe though.
Yeah,
the way she carried herself in this movie was just
that would have been kind of cool if they had the whatever came up. See, that's gonna have been who saved her. Whenever instead of Springsteen, I mean, sure,
that would be funny.
But
for some reason, I didn't know Sam Jackson was in this movie. So when we first saw like that first scene, I thought it was Lawrence Fishburne. But yeah, Protege currently sits at 6.6 on IMDb, which is fair.
With 118 reviews. Yeah, that's pretty fair. We'll go ahead and give it our rating as well before we wrap this up. What are you gonna give Protege?
Probably a 6.
6? Fair enough. I'm gonna give it a 5.5.
Okay.
I was kind of like, I don't know, the the whole villain and the Sam Jackson stuff kind of like threw me away for it. I probably would have liked it more if like that was a little more well developed. I was like in my mind and sitting in the movie, I was like, this is like a 7, and then like it kind of continued, and I was like, stuff wasn't developed enough, but that's okay. I mean, it worked for John Wick, and it just didn't necessarily work for this. But to be fair, whenever I watched the first John Wick, I think the three that we have out now were out, so like I was like, oh, I know the next one's coming. Well, this one probably not a next one coming just because of money. It'd be cool. Like I'd honestly like to see Maggie Q back as this character, and I mean even just this universe, so that'd be cool, but I don't see it happening. So
yeah, I mean, I should take off points for how cringy Michael Keaton was.
Also, I mean, love's love or whatever, but like the age difference,
No, they're fine.
there's like a 20-something year difference. He's like 70 and she's, I think.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't.
I just looked at it.
Like
He's like 1951 and she's like 1971.
I guess so.
And like, I don't know. I think it's also because she looks really young for probably her age.
Yeah.
And
no,
like,
it does show her age. We're not gonna get into that. But Michael Keaton doesn't even look like he's 70.
no,
So,
yeah. I mean, it's same with Sam Jackson, so I guess fair enough. But entertainment value, I'll give it like an 8. I mean, it was like fun watch. It wasn't too long, straight to the point. I enjoyed it. So
I like that this is an older lady too.
yeah, it's not like you're young.
Who's like,
like Gunpowder Milkshake, like a Karen Gillan or.
And she grew up with like, her mom doing this shitty shit.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, well, at least this one had Samuel L. Jackson who was guiding her throughout this.
Yeah.
But like Karen Gillan, just for some fucking reason, she was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pursue the same shit, and then this guy's gonna help me. So.
Wow, this came out technically today, and it's at 177th on popularity. All right, I'll wrap it up because I'm gonna die. But that's our Protege review, big feature film podcast. Yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Like it said at the top of the show. Did you do it? You should have.
You should have.
Anyways, though, thank y'all for watching. We're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
And we're gonna call your phone every
That's
night.
when. Thank y'all for watching.
Sure
I'm gonna sneeze. We love movies. We love y'all.
We'll find you. And we will kill you.
There it is. Thank y'all for watching. Bye. Love you.
Where is she?
Where is she?